Highland West neighborhood of Kitchener. This is the one that's located right at the border of Kitchener and Waterloo by the University Avenue. You're kind of on the west end of Kitchener, and that's what makes this neighborhood a hidden gem in Kitchener. We are going to do what we always do, which is take you on a tour of 3 different homes in 3 different price points, so you get to see what each of those price points can get you right here in Highland West. And we're gonna get after it right now. If this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Kitchener, Cambridge and Waterloo, then subscribe below and tap on that bell for notification so you can be the first to learn about the current market in Kitchener, Cambridge, Waterloo and the surrounding towns. My name is Dharmik Dixit. I'm a local real estate agent serving Cambridge, Kitchener, Waterloo and the surrounding towns. I do get calls, texts, emails from people just like you and you looking for help in making their move to Cambridge, Kitchener, Waterloo and surrounding towns, and I absolutely love it. So whether you're thinking of moving in 9 days or 90 days, be sure to give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or you can even schedule a Zoom call. All the information you will find right below in the description. We'll be more than happy to help you make a smooth move to Cambridge, Kitchener, Waterloo and surrounding towns. So as you might have figured out by now, I'm in the shopping plaza called the Boardwalk, which is located in Waterloo. But from Highland West neighborhood that I'm referring to in Kitchener, you're kind of on a good summer day would be able to take a walk to this plaza. There are about 50 stores in this outdoor strip mall, and this is one of the newest shopping cluster that recently opened just a few years ago right here in Waterloo at the border of Kitchener and Waterloo. You got Walmart, you got SportCheck, Staples, Winners, Marshalls, HomeSense, LL Bean. There's actually a hardware store, Lowe's right behind this. A bunch of dining options as well as there's a movie theater, Landmark Cinemas, which is just in this plaza, as well as the 2 medical buildings. So everything that you need on a day-to-day basis living in the particular neighborhood, you will find right at your doorstep living in the Highland West. So I'm going to turn around and I'm going to show you. So you got Marshalls there, you got Bed Bath & Beyond there, which is going to close, I believe, but I'm sure something else will come up. But you got LL Bean, you got SportCheck. So everything that you can think of in your day-to-day needs. Even Dollarama is there. There is Bulk Barn. A lot of shopping options, but that's the best part of it. Like, people living in this neighborhood of Highland West, they do actually tend to enjoy the best of both worlds when it comes to shopping, dining, things to do outside. To give an example, let's say if I were to live in this neighborhood of Highland West, and if I were to go out for dining, my options are plenty. So I could go to Uptown Waterloo, which has plenty of local dining options, or I could head somewhere in Kitchener. So, living in this neighborhood, you have that luxury of deciding between the best of both towns. That's what makes this neighborhood a lot more attractive for many people living in this neighborhood, and that's what they enjoy. So I'm going to jump back in my car, take a brief stroll through this plaza so you get to see what I'm talking about and shopping options. But I'm going to meet you at my first property, which is going to be in the 500,000 range. And as I take you on a tour of different homes, I'm also going to talk about all the great amenities you need to know about this neighborhood, from schools, shopping, transportation, dining, things to do out and about, and of course the real estate side. So we got it all covered. Stay tuned and let's get right into it. Alright, so here we are at the first stop, and this is the house that's listed in the high 500s, listed at $579,000. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-washroom, stacked townhome that you can see right behind me. The first level is the one, so it's a 2-story townhome, as you can see from the photos. Beautiful modern home, approximately 1,200 square feet. It does have a monthly condo fee of $170, which covers like the common area maintenance, as you can see right behind me. It's still a newly developed community. The house itself is just built in 2022. As you can see, it's a stacked townhome community, and there's still some construction that's going on actually. So there's a new condo apartments that's being built. The construction in this neighborhood, you will not find a lot of new constructions. Half of the homes built in this neighborhood are into the 80s and 90s. The other half is in the early 2000s. These are the few exceptions. There are some active builders. Activa is one of them. So you will not find a lot of new construction, but this is obviously an exception. And there are not a lot of options when it comes to the high to mid 500 or high 500s. As you get into the high 600 into the sevens, you will definitely have more options in terms of townhomes and semis in this neighborhood, roughly around 1,000 to 1,500 square feet, somewhere in between that. So that's a bit about the construction. So let's talk about a couple of great things about this neighborhood. So in terms of shopping options, your options are not limited to the boardwalk that we saw. That's in Waterloo, but within the close proximity of this neighborhood, you have Highland Hills Plaza, which is in the Forest Heights, where you have the Real Canadian Superstore. There's a beer store, there's Dollarama, a bunch of local, franchise restaurants as well. And you have Highland West Plaza, where you have your doctor's office, your dentist's office, all those things that you find in a typical strip plaza setting. You will find it all within the close proximity of this neighborhood. So getting around and all your day-to-day things that you need on a regular basis, you'll definitely find within a short drive or a walk with living in this neighborhood. Another great part is the public transit. So from any part of this neighborhood, any bus route will typically take you to the Boardwalk shopping plaza. That's where there is a major bus depot, and you will find all the other routes, express routes, as well as the local routes, connecting you to the major spots across the Waterloo region in Cambridge, Kitchener, and Waterloo. So if you have someone in your family who is going to rely on the public transportation to get around, Highland West could be a great option worth exploring, because I can tell you Highland West is one of those fewer options you can find here in Kitchener where public transit is greatly accessible. So that's a bit about the public transit. I'm going to jump back in my car and show you a bit around this area, and I'm going to see you at my second property. And as we head to the second property, we're going to talk about the schools you can find here in the Highland West, as well as the things to do out and about in the nature. So stay tuned and let's get right into it. All right, so we are at the second stop here, and this is the detached house that's listed at 800,000. It's a double garage detached home, just around 2,300 square feet. What you can see right behind me, 4 bedroom, 4 washroom, just over 2,300 square feet of living space, located on a lot size just around 4,000 square feet. Decent size house. Now keep in mind the house is listed at 800,000, but by the time this video is out, if the numbers are updated and the house is sold, I'll definitely be sure to put it out so you get a clear picture as to what something like this would go for in this neighborhood. Now let's talk about the schools here in the Highland West neighborhood. So within the boundary of this neighborhood, you got a couple of elementary schools, one of which is Highland Hills Public School, and then you have a St. Dominic Savio, which is a Catholic elementary school, both of which are rated above average as per the Fraser Institute. But the best part is living in this neighborhood, you will be bused to some of the other schools, other grade schools, which are in the close proximity to this neighborhood. So to name a few, you have Sir John A. Macdonald, which is a public secondary school. You have Resurrection Catholic School, which is a Catholic secondary school, all of which are very highly rated, not just in Waterloo region, but in the province of Ontario. And the neighborhood you are in, the other schooling option for your secondary schooling will be Forest Heights, your Forest Hill Public School. So these are the few great schooling options you have within this neighborhood. Like I said, within the boundary of this neighborhood, your options are limited, but the fact that you live in the Highland West gives you access to some of the great schools which are in the surrounding neighborhoods. Now let's talk about things to do out and about in this neighborhood. So if you like to be out and about, there are a couple of great hiking trails. One of them is Monarch Woods, the other one is Summerside, both of which will give you almost immediate proximity to some great, not too difficult hiking options. But at the same time, if you are an outdoorsy person and you want to do beyond hiking, well, Laurel Creek Conservation Area, which is going to be at the most 10-minute drive from any part of this neighborhood. So that's the best part of it. You could easily drive to Laurel Creek Conservation, which is about 300 acres of green space, offering more than just hiking. So you have biking, you have fishing options, you have picnic areas, and at the same time you got plenty of playgrounds located in different parts of the neighborhood. So that's a bit about things to do out and about when it comes to Highland West. I'm gonna jump back in my car, give you a drive around this neighborhood to see some of the other homes you find here in this area, and I'm gonna see you at my third stop, which is gonna be in the $1.2 million homes. So you get to see what that can buy you here in Highland West. And we are also going to talk about the diversity of real estate you can find here in the Highland West area. So stay tuned and let's get right into it. All right, so we are at the final stop here, and what you can see right behind me is the final house that I wanted to show you. This is the one that's listed for $1.2 million. It's a double garage detached home, around 2,500 square feet of living space, 4+1 bedrooms. So it has 4 bedrooms above grade. There is 1 bedroom in the basement, which is finished as well, and we got 4 washrooms. Located on a lot size just around 7,000 square feet, and there is a swimming pool actually at the back, and it's a perfect modern contemporary home, very well kept. So built in 1986, but a beautiful home. So that's a bit about the aging. So in this neighborhood you'll find the homes that are built in the 80s and 90s, while you will find some homes which are built in the early 2000s. And when it comes to the type and the diversity of real estate, you will find anywhere from, majority of the homes are 2-story detached split level homes, while some of them being condo towns, some semi-detached home, not too many of them, and then you have some condo apartments as well. Let's talk about the rental versus owned homes. So in this particular neighborhood of Highland West, 80% of the homes are owner occupied versus the 20% of the homes being rental units. So that does speak to you about the community and the pride of ownership in this neighborhood. So the other great part of this neighborhood is the highway access. So if you have to go anywhere, let's say further down to Waterloo towards west, or you're gonna go further down east into the Kitchener and then Cambridge, Highway 8 from this neighborhood is an easy access. From any part of this neighborhood, you will be at the most looking at about 3 to 5 minute drive. So there's Iron Needles Boulevard that borders one part of this neighborhood, which will take you to Highway 8 at Trussler Road, which is one of the interchanges. And on the other hand, you have Fisher Hallman Road, which is another interchange, which is connecting you to Highway 8. So like I said, from any part of this neighborhood, Highway 8 would at the most be 3 to 5 minute drive, depending on where you are located in this neighborhood. So that's a bit about this area. What I'm going to do is jump back in my car and drive around this area, so you get to see the style of the homes you will find and the diversity of real estate in this particular area. But once again, whether you're thinking of moving in 9 days or 9 days, be sure to give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or you can even schedule a Zoom call. All the information you'll find right in the description below. We'll be more than happy to help you make a smooth move to Cambridge, Kitchener, Waterloo and surrounding areas. Until next time, well, I do hope to show you around town.